News just in says that suicide bombers may have infiltrated the Muna garage area of Maiduguri, the Borno state capital. Sounds of 4 explosions were said to have emanated from that axis of the capital city at about 9 p.m. Unconfirmed reports say that 4 suicide bombers are responsible for the explosions, and the military says it is combing the area to fish out and foil any further incidents. Our correspondent in Maiduguri, the Borno state capital, told us that residents of the area are all indoors owing to the dusk to dawn curfew slammed on Muna Garage on account of the frequent suicide attacks in the area. The curfew is from 10 p.m. in other parts of the state capital. Police authorities in Kogi State say that they have rearrested 3 of 6 suspects who broke out of custody on Wednesday. The newly appointed Commissioner of Police in Kogi State, Mr. Esa Ogbu, confirmed this development to Channels Television but refused to give the names of the rearrested suspects. It is unclear if the 2 suspects who accused Dino Milaye of supplying them guns are amongst the 3 suspects rearrested, though. The men broke out from detention on Wednesday and have since been declared wanted by the police. Immediately, the escape was announced. The Inspector General of Police also ordered the removal of the Commissioner of Police, Ali Janga, and the posting of a new Commissioner of Police to the state. Anambra State Governor Willie Obiano is once again sending a strong message to criminals that security of lives and property is no joke to its administration, as he strengthens his support for the State Police Command and other security agencies. It is a strategy to consolidate on the vision of being the first choice investment destination where indigenous people and foreigners can live without fear of molestation. 35 state-of-the-art patrol vehicles were given to the police, Army, Navy, Nigerian Securities and Defense Corps, and the Operation Clean and Healthy Anambra outfit.
5 patrol vehicles are on display at the Dr. Alex in Oka, Anambra State. The vehicles are waiting to be commissioned and handed over to different security agencies. Governor Willie Obiano will do the honors today. He's received by members of his Executive Council, DIG Val Tomchukwu, and other service commanders. The gesture by the state government is appreciated with a special parade by officers and men of the Mobile Squadron in Onitsha, which charges up the atmosphere. While reiterating that security remains top priority for his government, Governor Obiano also announces new security initiatives that will include installment of closed-circuit television cameras and continuous combing of uncompleted buildings.
We are ready to deal very ruthlessly with anybody that tries to disrupt the peace and tranquility that we have enjoyed in this state. So we are sounding a note of warning to the criminals. We have not relented. If you try us, you will get it.
In addition to this, Governor Obiano says the state security architecture will also combat crime along the waterways.
As you are aware, we bought 28 split boats to facilitate patrolling along the waterways. Don't forget that last year we bought the Navy a gunboat, so we're ready by air, by sea, and on land.
The Deputy Inspector General of Police in charge of operations for the Southeast Zone, Mr. Val Tomchukwu, cuts the tape to officially hand over of the vehicles to the State Police Command and other security agencies.
On behalf of all the security agencies, I want to assure you that what you are giving to us will be used for the purpose in which they are given, meaning to fight crime and criminality.
Before leaving the venue, Governor Obiano and the DIG ensure the vehicles are in perfect working condition.
More stories now. River State Governor Nyesom Wike says that he has no intention to bring heavy debt burden on the state through unnecessary loans. He mentioned this while inaugurating a new water corporation to oversee a deployment of over $200 million in loans for the provision of water for Port Harcourt and Obiakpo local government areas. Although the loan was applied for by the previous administration, Governor Wike admits that he decided to give in to pressure to access it due to the potential benefits for the people. He also charged the new constituted NAFEST 2018 committee to do well by organizing a successful national festival later this year.
Please, it is for the interest of the state for us to provide water to our people, and let it be applied judiciously. I don't want any fight between the board and the management. Everything must follow due process. It will be wrong. At the end of the day, we cannot give water to our people. So take it as a privilege that at the time of history, or history beckons on you to be one of those that was called upon to give water, which is an essential service to our people.
The River State Governor Nyesom Wike. Let's now join Kayode Okikiolu for business news.
You first. First Bank.
Thank you, Gimba, and welcome to Business News. A tax expert and partner at Deloitte Nigeria, Mr. Yomi Olugbero, has asked the federal government to extend the March 30th deadline for compliance with tax amnesty or VADES program. Mr. Olugbero was speaking during Channels Television's Business Morning program earlier today.
This VADE is extended. I personally will plead with the government to say we should listen to the plea of the business community and the taxpayer to consider an extension. I know that government will probably have resisted the urge to extend, because if you do that, folks in the country will probably have gone back and wait till the very last minute again. But adding maybe like an extra 3 months won't do any bad to the country. So let's roll it forward a little for 3 more months, and let's have a 1 full year, and that will coincide with the 30th of June, which is the filing deadline for many of the corporates. So they still have an opportunity to regularize their tax returns. So that would be my ask, on one side.
And latest data from the Central Bank of Nigeria shows that level of business activities in the country has increased for the 12th consecutive month. According to CBN's PMI report, Manufacturing Purchasing Managers Index closes March at 56.7 index points, up from 56.3 index points in February. Out of the 14 subsectors surveyed, 11 led by electrical equipment, cement, petroleum and coal products, food, beverage and tobacco products reported growth, while the remaining 3 subsectors comprising non-metallic mineral products, furniture and related products, as well as printing and related support activities, contracted in the month under review. The Kaduna State government today announced that its long-term foreign and local currency issuer default ratings and national long-term rating outlooks have been confirmed to be in a stable condition by the global economy rating agency Fitch. Now, this comes despite Senate's rejection of the state's $350 million loan already approved by the World Bank. At a World Press Conference held in Kaduna, the State Commissioner for Finance, Suleiman Abdukwari, explains that the World Bank approved the loan after assessing all the indicators, including efforts by the state government to increase internally generated revenue, the likely increase in financial debt, and the expectations of a healthy financial performance amid mild growth in local taxes as well as subsidies from the federal government. And outside Nigeria, Mauritius says it expects the country's economy to grow by 3.9% this year, down from a previous forecast of 4% in December due to an expected slowdown in agriculture and fishing activities. According to latest data from the Indian Ocean Islands Statistics Office, the country's agriculture sector is forecast to expand by slower 1.1% this year instead of 2% due to no growth in sugarcane and lower growth in other agricultural activities. Mauritius, which markets itself as a bridge between Africa and Asia, has been working to shift the economy from reliance on sugar, textiles and tourism towards offshore banking, business outsourcing, luxury real estate and medical tourism. And stock markets in Japan, South Korea and China end the last trading day of the quarter higher, following a rally in US stocks overnight. In the meantime, other markets across Africa, US and Europe and some parts of Asia are closed for the Good Friday public holiday. And that's business news. It's back to you, Gimba.
You first. First Bank.
Let's quickly remind you of news just in, saying that suicide bombers may have infiltrated the Muna garage area of Maiduguri, the Borno state capital. Sounds of 4 explosions were said to have emanated from that axis of the capital city at about 9 p.m. Unconfirmed reports, though, say that 4 suicide bombers are responsible for the explosions, and the military says it is combing the area to fish out and foil any further incidents. Our correspondent in Maiduguri, the Borno state capital, told us that residents of the area are all indoors owing to the dusk to dawn curfew slammed on Muna garage on account of the frequent suicide attacks in that area. The curfew is from 10 p.m. in other parts of the state. We'll continue, of course, to update you on the story as it unfolds. Still ahead on the news at 10, the league management company has recommended suspension of 15 referees for poor handling of match day fixtures of the Nigeria Professional Football League. That's on Sports News. Stay with us.